So you know how it is. Negative rake, just so I cut this shine off so we get rid of the chippy. And I think I'm just going to do a basic bowl shape on this piece of pear. It's got some jagged pieces in it, and we are in coral. I might pour another one, so you might have already seen me pour this, but this one I poured off the camera. I might pour another one for the beginning. Depending on how long this video is. I don't know if you all really like all that. I mean, I can. It takes up a lot of time in the video talking about all that. Yeah, so anyways, we'll get this going. It's a little wet wonky. We're running at 1250 RPMs with my self homemade sharpened negative rake on my little itty bitty easy wood tool thing. So much for the not chippy part. Sure felt like I was getting blasted with chips. Oh, a little bit right there. Well, that's got a long ways to go. Not sure what I can do. Try to make that a little more even. So what I have are these cracks. Here, here, and here. I wanted more of this in this project, and like, I was a little upset with them being in here, and I'm pretty sure it's moisture, because this stuff was, I don't know, off the scale on the moisture content, and I've been cooking it and cooking it and cooking it. But I wanted more of this in the bowl, so my dilemma was, do I fill these, or do I just keep turning to get more of this? Because you see, we're almost here. Well, you can't really see it, but we're not too far away from having a lot more of this into the bowl. And I think that possibly the closer I get to the wood, that those will go away, because they just come out of the wood. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I wanted more resin as a rim, and I've turned that away already. I'm really kind of liking the markings in this. So it's getting smaller, and it was sort of a waste. You see this ridge right here? Kim, you're not the only one with it. Like, it's in this one too. I don't know why, but right about there, on every one of my projects, I get a vibration really bad, no matter which way I go. I got to work that out. And it could be the chucks. It very well could be the chucks. You know, they're both Nova chucks. So that's what I think I'm going to do. I'm not going to try to fix it. I'm going to try to see if I can turn these away and get a different shape to this. It's going to shorten it up some, I think. So I may try to bring it in and maybe bring me a lip up here and do more of a OGE, maybe. I'm not so great with that, but we'll see. Y'all want to stay right there? You probably get covered in resin. I'm gonna have to fill them. I thought I could make them go away, but it is not happening. And before I end up with nothing, I'm gonna fill them, and it appears I need to sharpen this. I didn't realize the Pear was that hard. That stuff is coming off in the dust, and it's burning me. So let me get set up, blow this out so that I'm gonna tape it off a little here so it don't run all over. I got rid of a couple of them, but I can't get rid of these ones. So the Ranger inks, or Tim Holtz, I don't know which one it is. I can't read it. It's too small, and my eyeballs are old. Anyways, the alcohol coral color, that's what I used on this one. Fast set, 2-to-1 total boot. And I've taped this off, and hopefully this runs down and I get all these, and then the one on the side. If not, I'll do another one and save you all that hassle. But all I'm gonna do is just blurp it down in there like so, and let it fill that up and sit up. And hopefully it don't creep out of there anywhere. And oh yeah, that's about all I got going on. Now see, it didn't go down in here, and I'm hoping it does. So hopefully the more pressure we get, it pushes it down into there. Right at the moment, it's probably got that air trapped in there, which is what I was hoping for it not to do. But I'm sure that's about all I need to do at the moment. It's like a 15-minute window, and this starts to set up. What the hell? Okay, so that's really not the shape I wanted. That's just what it ended up being. I'm going to get this sanded up, because I can't get some of these ridges out. The vibration in that chuck is just killing me, like right here. I can't get that lump to smooth out. You can see it here. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it as we go. So I'm going to sand it, you know, the sealers, the abrasive paste, and I'm not sure after that. Then we'll burn the logo in it, and I think it'll fit. I was hoping that would have went away. I may have drilled that hole a little too deep. Round 2, actually 3 or 4. You can see there's a little outline of Michigan I couldn't get out of there while I was practicing, so I keep wanting to grab that, and it'll be a no-no when I do. I look like Richard. I'll make sure I do the whole thing when I do it, Richard. It looks a little better anyways. I'll get that sanded and see if we can clean it up so it ain't so blurry. I really pushed on it. Because the last ones I was pushing on, nothing was happening. But I like it. I might have went a little too hot on it. Still kind of a different color. All sanded up, and my logo burnt in there. Except for I'm upside down. Looks pretty good, don't it? I want to thank Tom's from Axe Abrasive Paste for sending me the branding iron. Wasn't necessary, Tom, but I do appreciate it. Alright, so Mylan Cellulose Sanding Sealer. Cellulose. 2 coats of this. Then sanding in between the coats with the, I don't even know what grit it is, with Scotch-Brite pad, but I'll put 2 coats on. I get asked what's a reason for it, and I don't know if you can see right here, is a little bit of tear out that I couldn't get the sand out because the fibers are flip-flopping around. So what it does is it stiffens up those fibers so that we can get them to come off instead of just flopping back and forth either way. I've sanded this up to 320 grit. That's all I ever sand to. And then we'll work on it. I have a couple little pinholes in here and another crack I found. But I'm not even going to worry about them. I'm just going to go with it. Axe abrasive paste. Rub it in. I am pretty happy with that, like it is. Now I'm building all this stuff for the Woodworking Expo at Johnson's Lumber in Charlotte on the 6th and 7th of September. That's in Michigan, not North Carolina. And that's Charlotte. Don't ever say Charlotte in North Carolina. They will get you. Anywho, let me get this flipped around and we'll start on the inside. Alright, it seems to be wanting to stay at 1250, so that's where we're going to go with it. And I'm going to cut some air for a minute. So, I got this really hot. See that? That's probably why I can't get it to keep an edge, so I get past that spot. I didn't do that sharpening, I did that turning. Right, I gotta go make that sharp again. I'll be back. Yep, that's gonna be a problem. It's probably why my resin cracked. It said it was dry when I checked it, but not on the inside. And this tree is freshly down not too long ago. That's probably why the shavings are so hot. Okay, well, this one may move for me. Well, hopefully as I get through there, it's a little more drier on the outside. I got a few internal cracks here I need to fill. There. Before I go any further, my mortise is pretty deep, so I'm not going to go much further than this. But by the time I get this cleaned up, get this tear out, flatten this out with a scraper, should be alright. But like I said, I'm going to hit those with the See, I got a ridge in here. I got to remove some chatter. And then whatever this swirl is from the vibration. So yeah, let me get some glue and we'll fix those. Okay, so all my little spots are super glued up. Been sitting this way for a few hours. Hopefully I don't wear any of it. I'm going to try and clean them up a little bit better. I got a little bit on this side, so hopefully I can sand that out. Just a hair on the finished stuff. Maybe scrape it up a little bit. I'd like to go a little deeper with it, but I don't really want to push my luck too much. Look at that. Ha ha ha! Oh, that's awful. Look at that. Huh. That's what I get for thinking, huh? I don't got enough room. I might be able to get it out of there. Alright, so I could get speed up at about 1750. Let's see if we can make that go away. And maybe take a little more out of the bottom here. Oh, leave it alone, dummy. Leave it alone. Leave it alone, for it's even worse than it was. Oh, let's see if I can totally screw it up now. I'm so just gonna sand the rest of it. It was really wet there a little while ago, so let's see what we got. It's still pretty wet. That's just touching it. I didn't even stick it in there. It may crack yet. You never know. We got Guil, the bearded woodturner. It finally made it, Guil. Thank you. Guil sent me two. I put him up here somewhere. There he is. He's already on the board. As you see, I got a bunch more. Jamie sent me this monster envelope full of stickers. And I also got Emmett over at Deadrise Woodcrafts. I'll put the links in the description below for both these guys. Go over and check them out. Thank you, Guil and Emmett. So anyways, there you go. It's got some cracks in it. My bad. I checked it with a moisture meter before I poured the resin, and we were 6-7%. That far in, I guess. You seen what the meter said in the middle. So these cracks are underlying. I couldn't see them in the mold until I got into it, and I couldn't get them to come out. I CA glued them. You can see there's one there, and there's one there. Well, most of them are right in this area where the moisture was coming out through all the cracks. Other than that, this wood's really pretty. I never turned pear before, and it smelled really sweet in here. You see my new logo, except for I drilled the hole a little too deep for my bandsaw jig. So I got this little spot in the center of it. Logo came from Tom over at X, even though I asked him not to do it. I couldn't really stop him from doing it, and I do appreciate it, Tom. It wasn't necessary, but thanks again. Yeah, it wasn't too bad. I expected this. It's set overnight. I expected this to be cracked, and it's a little wonky looking now. It didn't move a whole lot, so I'm pretty happy with that also. So anyways, I want to thank everybody that went over and subscribed and checked out Jake's video. That did very well. Thank you. Jake appreciates it too, I'm sure. Yeah, what else? I didn't expect any of that for either one of those videos last week to do as well as both of them have done. I got to get back to working on a project with Kim next. I've got it half done, and I'm a little worried about hollowing it out. So if I blow it apart, I'll let you all see it, but I'm a little concerned with that. So it's just been sitting over there right now till I get enough nerve to try to make that a go around on my lathe. And yeah, you know how it is. I'll put some pictures up at the end. Everybody's links will be in the description below. And we'll see y'all next week.